What's going on, guys? Biggs with Custom Offsets. Today we have another episode of Employees First Rides. You guys love these, so I'm going to keep trying to bring them to you. But there's a cool one on today's episode, and it might have been Sean's old Hummer. But before we get started, if you guys need wheels, tires, suspension, or performance parts that we now carry on CO's website, head over to customoffsets.com. Look around, shop around, find yourself something. You know, there's some cool shit on there. So I'm gonna bring in a few people and we're gonna go over their first ride. So sit back, relax, and let's go. All right, first up we have Mason. Mason from Anthem Off-Road. Mason, you're a videographer there, so you kind of know what we're doing here. I already messed up the intro a couple times, so you'd probably cancel me after a few times. But what was your first ride? And then we can kind of get into what you did to it or wanted to do to it.
Sure. So my first truck was a 2006 F-150. Nothing too special. I didn't really do anything to it, but when I bought it, it had an aftermarket exhaust on it. It was a little bit louder, and then also a cool air intake. So yeah, it and it had a little bit of a level on it. So I think it was a 2-inch level, and then a little bit bigger tires, but kept the stock wheels on there and everything. So, but yeah, nothing too crazy.
Hell yeah. I actually had a 2005 F-150.
Nice.
But it was a single cab. Step side, whatever you want to call it. Probably get flamed for not knowing what I'm talking about, but whatever. Yeah, the little step on the bed. Yeah, I felt like it was a great truck, great first truck, and it was pretty reliable. So you now have pretty much the same truck, but the newest version that you can get.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So yeah, now I have a 2015 F-150. So.
And then you actually did a little bit of a build on this one.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
got a little
exciting.
bit of lift and stuff. So. Yeah.
All right, so if you could have done some more to your old truck or your first truck, did you have any ideas? Like what would you have done to it?
I kind of always thought that I would have like some aftermarket wheels and tires on it, but just never really did it. And then started working here and then seeing all the trucks around and stuff. Wanted to do something maybe a little bit more than with that truck. So just kind of decided to hold off and get something different and then build that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's how I am with my F-150. I kind of want something a little bit bigger and a little bit more reasonable to modify. But, you know, I think I'm going to build my F-150 and we're going to send her and see how she goes.
Might as well.
So, all right, that's Mason's first truck. We're going to pull someone else in and we're going to, you know, go over their first ride.
Heck yeah.
Thank you for joining. All right, next up we have Chalk. Come on, Chuck, get in here.
Hello.
This is Chuck. Chuck is a CO videographer, and surprisingly, he has a pretty dope first truck. What was your first truck?
Which one are we doing? The first. I had kind of two first trucks. I drove I had an 89 F-150, a brick nose, that my brother primarily drove, and my dad bought for like $300, pretty clean, had no rust on it, 302 with a 4-speed overdrive, and I was driving a station wagon at the time, which I absolutely hated, and that truck was just sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to teach myself to drive stick, and I'm going to drive that.
Heck yeah.
And I drove that for like 4 or 5 months, and then my dad sold it to my buddy, and that's all right. But then the actual first truck that I had, and then I had to go back to the station wagon after that, which was awful. But then got a 95 Bronco, the Eddie Bauer, which was a great first truck.
Yeah, there's a couple Broncos coming around here. Did yours run?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like well?
Yeah.
Like do you have to constantly fix stuff?
Well, so first year it ran great, ran really well. We got it from Colorado, so it didn't have any rust or anything, and my dad just kind of was like sight unseen, oh yeah, we'll just buy a Bronco. Yep. And then besides like the interior being super smoky and whatnot, and there being like some rips in the seat, it was like perfect.
Heck yeah.
And then motor blew up.
Oh.
Just totally blew up. Like a year in, and
I know someone that had the same issue.
Yeah, and it'll happen. But I mean, you'd expect it to be bulletproof because it's a 5.8, you know, and it didn't make that much horsepower. It was pretty much stock, and then it just blew up. And then we bought just a crate motor, and then just put a brand new 351 in there over like 3 weeks, and that was not fun. But it ended up working, and then it was solid all the way through.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Did you do anything to it besides like a motor swap or?
My dad wouldn't let me.
No?
I asked so many, and I didn't even want to do like anything crazy, but maybe like just some, you know. Actually, I did like the wheels on it. It had these nice steelies on it.
Oh, okay.
I want to just do like an exhaust, you know, just do an exhaust, you know, make it sound good, because it would sound really good, because the stock one was pretty, just
nothing there.
Yeah, it was just nothing there.
Yeah.
And then, running boards. That'd be it.
Oh, okay.
Because the other ones fell off.
So your dad's like, you know, that true, like,
Yeah.
you know,
and he was right
old
because
car guy.
Yeah, he is. He's like gotta be original because these are gonna be worth a lot of money, you know.
Yeah.
And it was. I think he ended up selling it for, like, bought it for $5,500 and then sold it for like 68, like 6 years later.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
All right, so you said that you wanted to do some exhaust, but like, what would be like a dream build if you could, like, you know, go balls to the walls or all out? Like, what would you have done to it, you think? Would you have done like a junior 2614, or would you kept it, you know, more period correct? And
No, I probably would have just put a little bit meatier tires on it, just give it a little bit outside the wheel well, and just send it that way, and then just be able to, you know, take the top off or the back off.
Yeah, that's sick. That's
in the
cool.
winter, or not in the winter, the summer.
Yeah, you
And,
should take it off in the winter. That'd be cool.
Hey, you know, Wisconsin, we
Do it for the meme.
Yeah.
We're all about the memes around here.
Yeah, but I pretty much probably would have kept it. I mean, it was a really good driving truck, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm more into the just kind of off-roady style builds rather than the show truck stuff. But yeah, it was a good truck. Broncos get chicks. If you want to get chicks, get a Bronco. It's like a Jeep on steroids. I kid you not.
I don't believe you.
No, seriously. I was a sophomore, and senior girls would be like, "Can we take a ride in your Bronco?" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
There's something about these long-haired Bronco owners around here. They just have big egos.
It's not an ego thing. It's just true. It's just Broncos get the chicks, man. It wasn't me. It was the truck. It was the truck. They liked the truck.
Yeah? All right.
They did. They liked the truck.
All right, well, that is Chalk's first couple trucks. They're both pretty dope. I do dig Broncos. Broncos are pretty sweet.
You can't not.
Yeah, they're hard to not like, you know. So, all right, that's his first truck. We're going to pull someone else in here, and we're going to go over kind of what they built. Thanks for joining. All right, next up we have Glenn. Glenn has built a few pretty sick trucks in his short existence of life. How old are you, Glenn?
That's the worst intro possible. I like that. I'm not even in this.
Glenn, how old are you?
Almost 22.
You're almost 22. All right, Glenn, get in here. We're going to talk about your first truck.
Oh, what's happening, guys?
All right, here's Glenn. Glenn, take us over your first truck. What was it? What was your first truck?
My first truck before I even got my license was a 2000 four-door Dodge Dakota.
Sick.
6-inch lift on 35s. It was pretty sweet.
I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that big.
It was big.
When Glenn told me that, he's like, "Yeah, I had a Dodge Dakota, and you know, it was lifted." I didn't think it was gonna be lifted 6 inches
On 35s, no rubbing.
The next question I usually ask is, what did you do to it? And he already explained that it was kind of big.
So it was very basic for the first 2 years of high school, basically, and when I got it. And I decided I wanted to build it after driving it for 2 years and having issues with the 4.7 V8 in it. So I ended up having a shop do a custom 5.7 Hemi swap in the truck, saved up all my money, you know, sophomore, junior year, had a Hemi swap done to this Dakota, put a brand new manufactured flatbed on it, one of those CM flatbeds, and had all the body work done because it's kind of rusty, had everything fixed and painted, so it's pretty sweet. It's a 5.7 Hemi swap lifted Dakota. I mean, that's shocker, right? I mean,
that's dope. That's kind of a full build.
That was phase 1 of a phase 2 SEMA build with it.
You were gonna make it a SEMA build?
Yep, I had a shop that was sponsoring the build. We had about 50 grand dumped into this truck build. It was gonna be on a 14-inch coilover lift, 1-ton Dodge axles, had a 2-foot stretched frame underneath it, all boxed in, complete custom fab work done to the body and the frame. What happened is the shop had a fire 2 months before SEMA 2018. So my truck got burnt to the ground. It was bare metal, bare body, so it was just total loss. And that was the end of that Dakota build after 4 years. Then I built a brand new Duramax, so hey, things happen.
Wait, did that actually happen, or did you just make all that up on the fly?
This is a legit story you could ask Cody Banker in the shop about. He knows the whole story.
I'm gonna call Cody right now. I'm calling him right now. Oh, he answered. Dustin.
Dustin doesn't know all about it.
Is Banker by you?
Yes.
Okay, so I have Glenn on a video here.
We're on the YouTube live right now. Phone a friend.
For Employees First Trucks, and he wants to tell me that he was going to take a Dodge Dakota to SEMA, but the shop burnt down. Is that a true story?
That is, I don't believe him. Glenn had the idea to take a Dodge Dakota, turn it into like a 1-ton Cummins Ram. Okay.
Yep, it's a true story.
All right, you heard it. You heard it here first. That is a 100% true story.
Biggs didn't believe me. He thought it was bullshit.
I didn't believe him at all.
Glenn, that's 110% something Glenn would try to do.
I believe it.
Dude, it had wide body fenders too. It was dope.
That shouldn't surprise you one bit.
I believe it more now. I just wanted some confirmation.
You know why that is?
Why?
Oh, God.
It did have toe mirrors. Second gen Dodge toe mirrors on that.
He's a big toe guy.
Flipped up all the time.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye. They're in Minnesota right now, and it is true. Glenn was going to take a Dodge Dakota SEMA.
2018. Never happened.
And then a shop burnt down. That is a wild story, but, you know, coming from Glenn, you know, it's now believable.
Shit happens.
All right, so I more wanted to talk about kind of his first truck as well still, the Hummer.
That's not even a truck.
It is a truck.
I mean,
ask Lacey Blair. Lacey Blair has a Hummer. That's a truck, right? Am I
it's an
wrong?
SUV.
All right, an SUV. I apologize.
Because they're like a light half-ton frame. They aren't a truck.
But Glenn over here actually bought Sean's old Hummer.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. So.
And that was after my Dakota burnt to the ground. I was like, well, I need to buy something. Like I wanted to have a build just while I was waiting on insurance stuff. And Sean posted the H2 Hummer for sale, and it's something I was able to make feasible to get a loan on when I was like 18. So yeah, I bought the CO Hummer. And we put the first of like Archon Cleopatra wheels on it. So that was cool too. It's called the Archon H2. I had custom plates for it.
Ripped to those wheels.
Yeah, it was cool. Yep.
Dude, Glenn is a legend.
I'm not a legend, but
he's a legend.
Thanks. You're a legend.
Glenn, you had some pretty, and then now you have, dude.
I couldn't even join Team Stance, and now I work here, and I'm not on Team Stance because I don't have anything cool. I used to have cool stuff.
He doesn't have any cool as he sits out there with a limited F-250 in the parking lot.
It's stock. It doesn't even have tint yet. I can't even get in our tint shop. We're so busy. That's how stock my truck is right now.
It's still cooler than an EcoBoost F-150.
But you got cool wheels, bro.
All right, those are Glenn's vehicles. If you guys like this video, I can keep, you know, scraping the bottom of the barrel and finding more people exactly what Glenn's doing right now. But subscribe so you can see more of this content because we're, you know, consistently dropping some bangers. So, you know, stick around for some more of these videos. You know, just scroll, look, you know, whatever. But that's what we have for you on today's episode of Reviewing Employees' Rides. If you guys need wheels, tires, or suspension, maybe even, oh, Glenn, don't do it, or even some performance parts, head on over to customoffsets.com. Pick yourself up some stuff. Let's go.
Peace.